Hey guys, welcome to the Talk This Way podcast. I am your host, Matt Bishop. Over the weekend, Lollapalooza invaded Chicago, and the mighty Metallica were one of the headliners. And a little video went viral. Some folks caught Metallica Man sprinting from the gate all the way to the main stage to park on the rail and wait for Metallica to come on later that night, right about 8:15 p.m. Well, guess what? We found Metallica Man. Here he is. Tyler, what's going on, dude? I can't believe we found you. This is awesome.
Yeah, thank you for having me. This is awesome. It was such a great time. Made a lot of friends at the rail, made a lot of friends at the gate. It was just overall a fantastic day. So,
So start from the very beginning for me. So what time did you actually have to get? I mean, I know that you got in there right when the gates opened, but what time did you actually get to the gate to be first through the gate?
so we did when they came last time, we parked at about like 5 a.m. Last time they came to Lala, and it
Wow.
worked the same as last time. So this time, my buddy was like, "I'm not doing that. We'll just get there at like 10, and we'll just hope we get a half decent spot." I was like, "That's fine." But so we got there at 10, and we walked right up to a corner gate that had like nobody there. And I was like, "Oh, okay, maybe we can get a good run in. Maybe I can get us a half decent spot." And so we got there about 10 is
Okay.
when and gates opened at 11, and we actually had a pretty good path right through to the close gate, and it was off and running.
Jeez. And so you were there from about, I don't know, what, like 11:05 all the way until I think they came out at 8:15, right?
Yep.
Jeez. No bathroom break, nothing?
So I learned this from the first time is we're all there for the same reason. We're all there to have a good time. So
Right.
make buddies with the people on your left and right, and just like, hey, after the first band, we'll save your spot if you want to go. And then at like second band, our turn, third band, their turn. And so we all just took turns saving each other a spot or two. So my bathroom break was the second band.
Okay.
Yeah. So we kind of just buddied up and made sure we all had each other.
There you go. And
Yeah.
there's, I mean, so everybody knows that wasn't there. There's a lot of bands on that stage throughout the day. So it's
Oh, yeah.
not just we're literally standing there in silence waiting for Metallica.
Yeah, no, it was pretty much hour on, hour off the whole day. So it was a great time. We saw four really good bands. Everybody was pretty shocked because there was no real metal before, no rock and
Mm-hmm.
roll. It was like a EDM was first, and then like a pop, and then kind of like a R&B, and then it was a bluegrass. Billy Strings, he killed it. Everybody
Oh,
was
dude,
blowing.
he's great. He is blowing up as of late.
Oh yeah, he's killing it. Everybody was just stunned in the crowd. There was a guy three next to us on our left. He had a hat that said "Ask me about Billy Strings," and he had tons of knowledge on
Oh,
him. So
very
we were
cool.
asking, yeah, we asked him so many good questions. But no, it was entertainment all day.
Very cool. Now, I know we said in our article, we're like, man, this guy, he blew right past the merch booth. Like, what's he thinking? What's he doing? So
I've
you
got
didn't end up getting any merch, but you did score something probably sweeter.
Yeah. During my bathroom break, looked at the merch. Nothing came out at me. I got a shirt from last time I was there, but caught a pick. That was pretty exciting. So it was my friend's first Metallica show. It was my fifth. So I had it on the pick we caught, but we got a good one from Kirk. It was a good throw.
That's awesome.
Yeah. No, it was worth it.
And when they came out with Whiplash, dude, I mean, I
Yeah.
think that's worth the wait right there.
Yeah, and it was exciting because we just happened to have the right spot where we could see through a curtain and we saw the drums. So we knew the drums were coming up. So we're like, oh, are they gonna do it at the beginning or are they gonna do it at the end? Like the whole area around us was like beginning
Wow.
or end, which one's it gonna happen? And it happened at the beginning, and we were just stoked. It was great.
That's awesome, man. And then they close with Master of Puppets. So what was the energy like? I mean, well, first let me ask, are you into Stranger Things? Do you watch or
Yeah.
not?
Uh
Okay.
I was pretty late the latest season, but I made sure to catch up before. And I mean, they were chanting Master like any free moment they could. They wanted that one pretty hard. and that was a really good reaction. That was probably the hardest we all were on the rail gripping for that one. That
Ooh.
was a good one.
So this had like old school Metallica feel to it. Like the
Oh yeah.
rails move in, the crowd
Oh
has
yeah.
like that enigma energy. It's just kind of like a force all on its own.
Oh yeah. The first three, the Creeping Death 2 was a big one, but definitely Master Puppets. That was the one ever. That battery, that was real old school.
Oh yeah. Let me ask you, they played Dirty Window.
Yes.
So I think I'm in the minority. I don't even really know. I think I'm in the minority. I kind of like Saint Anger. I didn't
Yeah.
mind it. There's a lot of good riffs on it. Dirty Windows, probably like top 2 or 3 tracks on that record as far
Oh,
as
I
just
agree.
like raw power. How
Yeah.
was the reaction to that? Because I remember I saw them on the Saint Anger tour.
Yeah.
Godsmack opened. It was in Philly, and I feel they literally played Saint Anger just to say, like, all right, we put out an album, we
We did
promoted
it.
it with one song, like fine, we're done. And the reaction was not that great at the time. But what was it like for Dirty Window?
Uh, Everybody really liked it. Everybody was going along with it. Everybody was chanting and clapping. It was a good time. I think he prefaced before, like, "Come on, guys, give it another chance. Like, we'll show it to you. Like, we're coming around on it. Like, you should too." It was my first album actually with Saint Anger, so I've always kind of had like a little soft spot for it, but it's better live. It's just they with the energy and the solos that got added to it. It's a whole nother album. Honestly, it's a whole nother experience.
Yeah, and they can always do stuff, they have always kind of reinvented themselves live, putting different spins on things. And it's funny you say that was my first album. That was my first Metallica album too, like a true
Yeah,
album. When I
yeah,
first got into them, it was when Garage Inc. came out, and
yeah,
then the first S&M came out. But that was the first like full studio experience of original material that I got.
yeah.
And it was kind of a bummer, seeing a lot of the older Metallica heads go, "This is terrible," and I'm like, "This is the greatest thing ever." I'm so happy.
Yeah, I got Saint Anger. I think it was like 3 months before Death Magnetic came out. So I had Saint Anger and then immediately Death Magnetic
Oh
after.
wow.
And I was like, wow, look at the range. I
Yeah.
thought it was just like mind blowing. And then I got Ride the Lightning from my old record store. And then it was, oh my gosh, this is even more
Yeah,
range.
right. Does it
Yeah,
get any better? Yes, it does. It does.
yeah, it really does. And honestly, live is like you said, a whole nother story, whole nother persona. It's a whole nother feel to it that just adds. It's it's why I was willing to run for it.
Absolutely. And run, you did.
Yeah.
You're literally wait, so what happened when did you first realize that you were in this video and you were Metallica Man?
So I didn't really realize it till like 1 a.m. My buddy was driving us back, and I was like, "Oh, I can use my phone because I'm saving the battery, take videos and pictures." And first thing that came on Facebook was that, and I was like, "Oh, they got a runner from our gate. I wonder who." And I paused, and I was like, "Oh, I know my hairline. That looks like my hairline. Uh-oh." And then I saw my water bottle in my hand. I was like, "Oh no, that's me." And my friend loved it, and he was like, "That's sick. Do they have the whole thing?" And then, yeah, I guess they got the whole thing. And we were pointing at the copters before in line. Everybody was like, "Oh, are those police copters? Those news copters? Like, I wonder what they're videoing." And I guess lo and behold,
That's hilarious. Dude,
yeah,
so NBC Chicago was the outlet that posted it first, and then their sports page, NBC Sports Chicago, they posted it, and the line was like the race of the year or something
yeah.
like that. The
That's
race to
that's the one I
Metallica.
saw was the NBC Sports one. I was like, "Why am I getting NBC Sports Chicago?" But yeah, I actually didn't even get first. I got like third or fourth, but honestly, I don't care. I got a spot I wanted. I was happy. My friend was happy. It was a good time.
That's awesome, man. And it's cool for, the rest of us to see and hear, your experience, with Metallica. And obviously, you know, everybody is getting older. A lot of these, really great bands from, the 70s, the 80s. I just covered a Joe Perry show from Aerosmith the other day.
Oh, that's
He's
awesome.
still kicking some serious ass, and
Yeah.
it's really cool to hear that the energy is just unwavering,
Oh
for
yeah.
especially for Metallica. That you guys were gripping the rails and people were sprinting to the stage, and out of all these younger acts at a place like Lollapalooza,
Yeah.
that people are still sprinting to the band that came out with their first album in the early 80s.
Yeah, and there's a lot of still younger people in the last 2 or 3 shows I've been the last couple of years. There's a lot of young kids. There were some 8, 9, 10, 12, 14-year-olds that were right up there with us that
That's
like
awesome.
knew as many songs as us, and it was great. It's a great time.
I think they've always kind of they've been able to transcend generations, and now with the Stranger Things mashup, if you will,
Oh
it's
yeah.
it's gonna get real wild. So hopefully they do a lot of really cool stuff with it. I mean, you said that when they played it as the encore,
Yeah. Everybody
I
lost it.
know they love to mix things up. Literally every show they like to mix it up, but hopefully they
Yeah.
stick with that for a little while. That would be pretty cool to see.
That would be great. It was cool to see that they ended up getting Eddie, the guy. He was backstage and getting to play with them.
Yeah.
That was super
Mm-hmm.
cool. But yeah, no, it's just so every time you go see them, it's a whole new experience. Even though it's the same songs, there's new visuals, they add new spins on solos and breaks, and it's great. And they are really kind of a timeless band. It's great.
Yeah, for sure, man. Well, Tyler, dude, thanks so much for taking the time. Metallica Man. Here he
Yeah,
is, live and loud in the flesh.
thank
For
you.
all you guys out there, Metallica have 2 more shows so far lined up for North America, Buffalo and Pittsburgh. Tickets are on sale now. Tyler, man, I'm glad you got a pick.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Yeah. And thanks for taking the time, brother. This was really fun. And we'll catch up with you after the next one, maybe.
That'd be great. Yeah, I'll
Keep
let you
getting
know if
that
I go
front
to any
row.
more. Yeah.
All right, man. Take care. Thanks.
Thank you.
All righty.